Okay, so we have an outside influence. I don't know where I'm going with my voice. So I have a co-op playthrough that's been running in parallel. I feel like I probably mentioned this sooner, but I don't remember. We're doing co-op of Elden Ring. We started like a week or two before the DLC came out with brand new characters, but we did prioritize going to the DLC faster than I expected. We're nowhere near actually going places I haven't been yet, but we are far enough for us to be encountering things that I've missed. So I am a bit aware that I have apparently not seen something up here, and it seems like it's kind of important to my struggles at trying to navigate the map. Spooky tree. Does it look like the Erdtree? Kinda. It is kind of like lined up with it. It also kind of resembles all the like hunched over mages and scary dudes you see everywhere. That is the "Oh Mother" emote. And the hint for it was back here. We were here ages ago. This was all the way back before the rune even broke.
1 million years ago.
Yeah, Toaster pointed this out to us while we were doing our multiplayer, and I was like, excuse me? For pity's sake, your place is in the jar. Nigh sainthood itself awaits you within. For shamans like you, this is your lot. Life were you accorded for this alone. Okay, maybe this isn't a clue. I don't know, he brought it up when we were here at least. Let's see. Could this be a master? Behold suffering. I think the item on that body might have been a clue. I don't know. Either way, you can kind of see a distant tree over there that looks kind of weird. Doesn't stand out the most in the world. I mean, there's another one up there, first of all. I guess trees just kind of like to look like that. But anyway, that one has an emote by it. I don't know why it's quite that secret. But it was called "Oh Mother." So that's certainly something. I think it might be what I needed back here. I've been trying to figure out how to get into this top right zone. And everywhere I go, it's just, this is all just sheer wall as far as I can tell. And that was all sheer wall. And there was no way to climb out of the Shadow Tree Avatar boss fight chamber. So I came here thinking this might be the way in. And I'm wondering if this is the specific thing that does it. Have mercy for the spirited away shamans. Okay, that mentions shamans just like the ghost did. Oops, I accidentally switched to it. Whatever. I never actually used Jump for Joy anyway. Oh, there it goes. We're saved! I can avoid the Mesmer fight for a few more hours, perhaps. Yep. That's a cliff. I am Wile E. Coyoteing this shit right now. Alright, well this will be my chance to see if this weapon's any good, outside of the context of trying to test on a boss fight, I guess. I am probably just cursed to always go back to the same, scythe, though. To the point where when I start to really struggle against the last bosses, I'll probably end up re-optimizing for the scythe harder again, instead of having all these points into, like, int and so on, that are meant to make my dual blade stronger. Because on paper, it feels like you can reach an insane height with those weapons. Because their number just keeps going higher and higher based on so many different stats, but then they still don't just, like, shred a boss the way that the scythe does. That is a tree sentinel. So we have access to this whole area. We're gonna want to head towards 3 first because it looks like a dead end, whereas 4 goes all the way down here to what looks like another set of the finger ruins, like the ones that are over there. The gross place. And at that point, the map's gonna just be like spent. Like I might be really close to the end. I don't know. Just Shadowkeep and Mesmer, and then I think this place. Whatever this place might have in store for me next. This is probably a terrible weapon to use against a horseback enemy. Ah! Those pricks. They love doing that. God damn it. Alright, prick. Oh god, it's overhead. Haha, nerd. No. I don't remember what this does. Ah, damn, that's a long drink. That's a, no, don't drink nothing. God damn it, me. Nope, get back to the fucking right. Ah! Ah, thank God you're easy. Oh my god, I do damage to this guy. Not amazing. Whew. Yeah. No! Come back! God damn it! I'm trying to do my cool attack. The one that's cool. That can't reach me, I say as I'm about to get hit in the face. Wow, my jumping attack does a lot of damage to this guy. When it lands. You fucker! What is your AI designed to be annoying to me specifically? Let me solo her. Ooh. Oh, that was cool and not damaging at all. That stun was completely pointless and did not give me an opening whatsoever. Alright, so that ability doesn't work against the tree sentinels. This is an important lesson we learned today. Everybody... America. I'm distraught. I'm pretty sure I had 106,000 souls 2 minutes ago, before the fight. So I don't think that boss fight gave me souls. And that doesn't make me happy at all. Okay, so I have the enhanced jumping attack from that, and I have two-handed weapon bonus from this. Skills are stronger and horseback is stronger. Do you like a horseback attack? Even though I don't like fighting on horseback. I'm just lazy and don't want to get off my horse. That's the real secret. But, yeah, I was doing two-handed jumping attacks, so that it is a pretty big damage spike. I feel a little iffy about buffing really specific attacks with equipment compared to buffing your character. Like, buffing a dex weapon or a holy attack is... The more you can buff one specific part of your moveset, I do feel like that's the more it encourages you to only use that part of your moveset and not any other part. Do you have a boss health bar? Yes. That did not do damage. Maybe it's because it connected with a Ah! Torrent, why do you suck so much? Don't you know that this is an expansion? You have to be stronger. Doing more damage on horseback hardly matters if you also just immediately disintegrate when you get hit by anything. Ah, camera. You alright? Haha. You missed. It's only funny when you do it, though. See, that wasn't funny. God, tree sentinels are just positively vanilla compared to what Elden Ring became. Look how chill this fight is. It's kind of adorable at this point. What are you, a Dark Souls 2 enemy? Ah! Listen, I'm still perfectly capable of dying, I just won't feel overwhelmed when it happens. It bare minimum needs to start having, like, shockwaves after all of its attacks first. Oh, that hit me? Wait. Oop. Ah. It is doing the annoying thing where it rears up and you can't tell which limb is going to attack you. Is it going to jump on you? Just kidding, no. It did a delayed side swing shield smash. And you're like, I thought I could tell what the wind-up was like 4 times. And then it still was something else. And I still have not stunned you. I somehow didn't do a jump attack. It's fine. Okay, that one gave me 120,000 souls. I really enjoy... I've talked about this before, but it's just remaining true. Like, I do still really enjoy the sense of humor that From Software games have. Just what a spectacular, joyous little dickhead move to have for you to walk up behind a familiar boss. You're like, I'm gonna get him, and then a second boss fight shows up instead, and it intercepts you on the way to the first boss fight and happens instead. Where's the Grace? There it is. What a dick move. So we're still like 50,000 off, yeah. Seems like left and right both go to the bridge. See, I keep saying this path over here, but I've already been to the bridge. Where? So as we could gather from the map, this place is extremely flowers. I kind of thought it was going to be a cherry blossom tree biome. It's kind of just every flower. Just out and about and at war with each other. The funny thing is I do have a slight fear response to a field of massively diverse flowers because of annihilation. And the fungus creature. That would be fun to get art of. What if Marrow was a fucked up fungus corpse? It's not really a fungus creature. It's kind of, no, it was a fungus creature. It was just a rainbow fungus. It just don't, not to be confused with The Last of Us, for The Last of Us fans. If you have not seen Annihilation, then you don't know what I mean based on The Last of Us. That's extremely different. Just kind of wandering about. Oh, that's a red bear. Oh! I was trying to read the note. Bug! Okay. I'm always a little surprised when I see that Torrent can take damage without me taking damage. It's definitely always been a thing, it's just never been super common most of the time. Definitely not a thing you can, like, rely on, even with, like, floor shockwaves. Okay. I don't know if I missed anything, but I don't think I saw anything to do. No Shadow Tree fragment, or statue, or boss fight, or NPC. But once again, I'm made a little bit nervous by how chaotic the visuals are of the flowers. How I might be able to overlook that. Is this golden dust normal? Has there been a perpetual golden dust the entire time I've been in this area? Like during the boss fight and everything? There very well might be, since we're near the... Stuff might just look like this in the Shadow Tree. But I'm just thinking back to, like... We encountered a glitch made by the multiplayer mod, where at the beginning of our playthrough, when we'd all rest at a grace too much, it would start just... It would start doing a... this effect, where the stuff's like... The golden leaves are falling from the sky everywhere. What was very funny about it is that they would overlap, so when we were near each other, you'd have 4 different people or 5 different people's golden leaves effect playing over each other. And the funny thing there is that you would realize that it's an effect that renders in the local environment around the player, because, you know, most of video games are essentially a theme park that is being curated around the player, like kind of like how half the stuff when you look at, like, half the stuff in the world ceases to exist when you don't look at it. And I don't mean like it's not being rendered on your screen, so like the pixels don't physically exist. I mean like the game like physically vanishes most of the visuals that you're not currently looking at, like directly behind you. Stuff just disappears until you turn around again. Like, if you had an independent camera looking at the player, but it was still set to render based on the player's location, you would see the stuff actively disappear behind them and on rim, and like it just, and based on proximity and so on. It's really trippy seeing that video games do that. But the effect here is that the golden leaf effect does physically render around you in like a dome. So when other players are running around on their horses, you can see the leaf effect following them around, and you can see the boundaries of it rendering and like as a dome around them, and it's very funny. Like even from here you can kind of tell, like it's a pretty good illusion. In fact, it's better than a lot of stuff, because weather effects, for example, are often just literally happening on your screen directly in 2D and aren't in the environment. This one we learned definitely is rendered in the environment because you can see other players' versions of it. But you can basically tell it's not going very far. When you're at a huge cliff, you can see it's not going all the way out into the the distance, and not just because it's not happening there. Like, it's not just because that's outside of the region it's meant to be in. It's just like you can kind of tell that all the particles are within a certain distance. It's fun to think about the weirdness of how games work. What is that glow? I do like this sword at the moment. It has a nice, straightforward moveset. I think my push to be gimmicky and use weird weapons each playthrough and mix things up as I play so many Souls games has made me forget what it's like to just use a sword in one of these games. Which admittedly I've almost never done. Like, my crutch for beating the first few games was a spear with a shield up before I mastered rolling through stuff better. That was how I survived things, because you could stab from behind the shield. I remember, I think I still had a sword and a shield when I made it all the way to Sir Alon. Like, it'd be fascinating to go back to Dark Souls 2 now and see how easy it probably is by comparison. But there's a few Souls-likes I'd like to get through that are new before I'd think about that, probably. But as a result, like, I think I then went on to do gimmicky or different types of builds. Like, I went on to do rapier builds and greatsword builds and the scythe in this playthrough and the spata and so on. I think I skipped right past ever just using a normal-ass sword and how reliable and basic that is by comparison. And for similar reasons, I skipped over katanas because that's like the hyper-popular thing that everyone uses. And I kind of had the same mentality with Monster Hunter. I kept being like, what kind of weird, fun, gimmicky weapon can I use to have an entertaining playthrough for people to watch? And then when I, to the point where I only finally, in the most recent expansion, played with Sword and Shield, thinking it'd be boring and basic, and it's like one of the most fun weapons in all of Monster Hunter. It's like, it's very responsive and feels really good, and it's got a very, like, action hero feel to it. When you're just doing these, it kind of feels like you're, like, almost under-equipped and just diving in. The Shaman Village. Something is up here. But I guess to prove me right on some level, it is my least watched Monster Hunter series ever, is the one where I use a sword and a shield. And we'll see, who knows if that's because of the sword and shield or because it's the expansion to the sequel to the Monster Hunter that everyone really got latched onto, which was Monster Hunter World. But yeah, I actually don't know if I've ever done a regular sword build of this game, or these games. The Shamans. Oh, this is the music you give to a place where a bad thing happened. Minor Erdtree spell. Is that a minor Erdtree? It just looks like a regular tree. Continuously heals allies in the area, 70 faith. Secret incantation of Queen America. Only the kindness of gold without order. Creates a small illusory Erdtree that continually restores the HP of nearby allies. America bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one to heal. Oh. That's sad. So that tells us America was a shaman. And this is the home of the shamans. And they were all killed. Injustice ahead, offer tears. Yep, okay. I am caught up. That is... just the atmosphere immediately kind of told me, I'm like, oh wait, this place is weirdly golden and beautiful. And also... this music got very calm and introspective, and I'm like, oh, that's not what good music sounds like. Okay, that sounds like I'm insulting the music. That's the place where the guy told me to go rub my face on fingers or something. So the other thing said that for being born as a shaman, you were only given life so that you could be put in a jar. And we've seen the horrible, horrible, jarring catacombs everywhere. And we've seen that the flesh creature comes out of the jar and attacks us and explodes on us and so on. Looks to be a woman, looks to be like it's a woman with golden hair. So we have a pretty solid image of what happened to the shamans. Which seem to be these golden-haired women related to America who were massacred. Golden braid. Yep. I thought her arm was cut off. It's just behind that branch and then the leaves. She looks like she's a corpse and not a statue. Because of the hair. She looks like she's been petrified or preserved in the tree or something. Whose holy damage negation by the utmost. A braid of golden hair cut loose. Queen Marika's offering to the grandmother. What was her prayer? Her wish? Her confession? There is no one left to answer, and Marika never returned home again. From what I can gather, Marika's the reason why this entire zone, this entire expansion is separate from the rest of the world. We know that Marika is Radagon. We know that Marika is the final boss of the game, essentially. Shattered the Elden Ring. Did a lot of massive, insane moves that are kind of hard to conceptualize because you're like, wait, how do you hide a continent? How do you shatter reality? Exactly what are these moves, and how do you do them in more? What do they mean in a more literal sense? It's kind of hard for me to unpack the narrative sometimes because you're like, what are you talking about? What does that mean half the time? But this might be where it started. If her people were shamans and they were being genocided and like actively put through an atrocity. Not just exterminated, but specifically even also put to this like horrific experiment of sorts, or whatever the hell they conceptualize the jarring as. It's no wonder the warrior jars are hidden away as they are. So I imagine... I don't know. I don't know if Marika would take pity on them or be upset by their very existence. I mean, she'd probably be upset regardless, but I mean, like, if she found the warrior jars, I imagine she would wipe out the village, because that's deeply painful that they exist in any form. But I don't know. Because now that I'm thinking about it, the warrior jar village is full... Jarburg is full of flowers, just like the shamans. Which implies that something of the shamans still lives on in the jars. Because that's like a direct connection worth drawing, the weird... the flowers everywhere. In fact, it's a detail that they cement in your brain, because you go to Jarburg and you pick a billion flowers there every run. You're like, there's just so many fucking flowers there. You can get like a few of every unique type throughout the game, essentially all in one place. And that kind of gets, the moment you go there once, you just kind of cement it in your brain that you can do that, based on whatever their respawn timing is or something. Either way, I imagine that the atrocity here probably played a significant role in why she cut this whole place off from the world. Because she probably hates this entire region for what happened. So this became the Shadow Realm. But people still live here, the Horn Scent. Which I guess are the ones who are doing the horrible thing. And then it just became a place where the dead wash up endlessly for some reason. I don't know if that was before or after the separation. Like if this was always the death realm on some level. Either way, every now and then you get a question on your podcast or whatever that's like, if you could live in any video game world, which would you choose? And reflexively, I'm always like, you don't want to live in a video game world because they're always places filled with pain and strife, or they're just our world but more boring. Oop, there's a hole in the world right there. Whoops, that appears to be a mistake. I think. Hard to tell if it's a hole in the world or if it's just a hole straight through that rock, seeing to the next rock or something. You can really just climb right down here. What if there's a reason to? But yeah, of all of the worlds, From Software's worlds are the worst ones in many ways. You especially don't want to live in those ones. Oh, don't fall off. There's no way, right? Ow. I did it. Puppet of Anna? That looks like... That looks like the character that murders your party members in Demon Souls. Who is Anna? That looks dangerous. Oh, there's an item down there. Is this safe? Looked like it was too far down. Spell Machinist's Bell Bearing. They make it really hard to look down in this game sometimes. I believe I was here already, just didn't get to the top. Don't know who Anna is. I'll go out the front door just in case. Just to prove I can, I guess. Da 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 da. Trying to think of what Puppet of Anna even means. I don't remember meeting a character named Anna. Do I have lightweight right now? No. Oh, my weapon ability is called light. I was like, what am I reading? There's an item over here. Huh. I guess that deer just fell off the mountain just on its own. Or running from me when I was hopping around. Nope, something else fell off a cliff somewhere. I just got experience. Well, that was a sad little portrait of Anna. Of America. A hint of the pain that has been wrought. But yeah, top 10 zones you Top 10 video game worlds you do not want to live in. Places 1 through 10, all from software games. They haven't made that many Souls-likes yet, but I'm pretty sure that, based on their track record, I feel like Kingsfield and Shadow Tower probably rank. Actually, I'm pretty sure Armored Core ranks. I don't think I get the feeling Armored Core is also a miserable world to live in. I already played through 6, and, in fact, if you're new around here on my Patreon, you can watch early access playthroughs of blah blah blah, and, one of the playthroughs I did literally months ago at this point was Armored Core 6. People keep asking about it. Yeah, I did a playthrough like back in April. So you can just watch that right now on Patreon. You can just do that. I didn't love it. It's not really a surprise. I don't care about mech. And it also doesn't play anything like any game that I particularly like. I was perfectly happy to just ignore it and not play it, but then Patreon voted for it, so I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. And it was fine, I'm sure. I don't think it's a bad game, I just don't like it very much. I don't really like tinkering with a mech. I don't really like how they feel to, like, fly. And I know that's, like, a bit of a blanket statement, but I did make a lot of different suits and didn't really like them all. And that level of build freedom does make me a little scared. Kind of in the Elden Ring way. Where, like, you know how each player has a massively different experience of which bosses are hard or easy? And some of it's their personal ticks, and some of it is that their build. Like, they don't, like, you can be massively harming your chances against a fight and not even know that, because you don't even know how bad your build sucks for this particular fight. Or even if it doesn't seem to overtly suck in obvious ways, you just don't know how massively more effective a slightly different build might be, or this weapon, or blah blah blah. I've experienced that with my own roster of weapons that I have prepared, where, like, obviously I've had a bunch of times in this playthrough where I just switch weapons and I'm like, oh god, why was I doing this? Why was I even trying to use any other weapon? With how differently it goes. There's definitely a bit of that in Armored Core. I'm not totally in love with that game's approach to, like, one, it kind of feels like fighting the PvP enemies in these games, where you're like, oh, you keep swinging at them and they'll arbitrarily dodge so many of the attacks until they finally don't dodge an attack, and that's when you finally do an attack. You're like, oh, okay. And that kind of stuff. But then there's the added thing where you just miss a lot. Not because of your aiming, but because your mech just has lock on, but will just miss X percentage of shots based on distance and weapon and what the enemy's like moving like and so on. So it is genuinely hard to wrap my mind around, like, what causes attacks to hit or miss, or how to change my behavior to fix that more. At times it takes me back to the weirdness of trying to play like the older Elder Scrolls games, where you just miss with most of your attacks until you level up enough. Where you're just like, I'm watching my weapon pass through them and they're not dodging or blocking, it just doesn't work. Which is a weird feedback system for me when I'm used to stuff like this. I don't know, just not my vibe. I don't like watching mech shows or anime or anything. Does not really appeal on any, like, innate level. The weird penis-y vor monsters sleep. It's sleep. Oh, there's so many of them. It really reminds me of... That's eerie. It reminds me of the... wow, I whistled and they didn't wake up. Of the snake orgy forest from Bloodborne. Where all the snakes are fucking. They're making snake balls. I think that's just what they're doing. When you find a bunch of snakes all on a pile like that, I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Not the hands. Crater over here. Have I fought a star beast yet? I feel like they're gonna hit me with one of those. Uh-huh. God, I'm so smart. Why am I so smart every time? One hit? Ow! I didn't even get up yet. I'm gonna die of gravity. Ow. You think this enemy is based on the joke that the #1 thing that kills From Software players is gravity? Oh god, that delay. Wow, this attack fucking sucks. It doesn't even reliably do more damage than my basic attack. And that's with it you might be like, well, you have a thing equipped that makes your... Ow. Your jump attack stronger. I have a thing equipped that makes my ability stronger. God damn it. I got stuck on a rock. Rude. About to get tail whipped. Ow! I didn't even know he had that ability. Ow. I really gotta get the timing of that down, damn. I can't remember the last time I fought one of these guys. I really wish those types of attacks were telegraphed better to show the ramp up of their timing. Like a rhythm game. Whoa, that did not look like it hit me. I was expecting a more projectile-y projectile. Where are you going? Ow. This guy is staying out of my melee range for a very long time. I think I did it. Actually, don't know if I ranged it or if I timed it. God, enemies like this are quaint at this point. They're so tame. It really highlights how fucking insane this game got. When you're like, oh, it's the Falling Star Beast. Oh, he's adorable. What an easy, basic fight. It's honestly a good fight. There are quote-unquote simple or easy, like, field beast fights that are more annoying. Like, I'm not fond of the lava worm in the way that it can just cover an entire level in lava and make just basic interaction feel increasingly unfair. Because the falling star beast doesn't create stage hazards. Like my semi-controversial opinion is that when I fight guys like that, I'm like, this kind of feels like enough. Like it'd be disappointing if like the main lore boss or the final boss or whatever was like underwhelming like a falling star beast, but if that was the baseline for most boss fights, it'd be like, yeah. Where's the fucking grace? Oh, it's downhill. Yeah, it's like I'm having to time my attacks right. I'm in danger, but I'm also not like, I'm not looking at a thing and being like, what the fuck am I supposed to even do about that? How do you avoid that damage? There's 75 consecutive attacks. I'm actually scared. What was I doing? Leveling Vigor, I think? Alright, I'm back to how much experience I had an hour ago.
Aw, and here the mother hand herds its young for the summer. Hopefully into a wood chipper, because these things need to go the way of the mosquito and cease existing. Oh, it's an important part of the ecosystem. No, it's not. Don't fucking lie to me. It's a hand. The hand, ironically, does not give a hand to anything else in the ecosystem. Who's a horrible nightmare creature? Yes, you are. If only I had a giant butthole. Samesies. I'm prancing. No steps, only hops. I don't even know if I'm going any slower. I mean, I'm going slower than running. Oh, that's a nasty haze. Never happy to see a nasty haze in one of these games because you don't want to think about what's going to come out of it. Why are they pink now? They become even more penisier than ever before. Those ones look awake. That one looks like it's already casting a spell on me. Ah! Ah! No! You missed. Haha. Oh, you're really big. Ow. Uh-oh. No. It's probably fine. I didn't need those organs anyway. Ow, don't kill me though. It's not funny playtime anymore if you're actually going to make me go back to checkpoint. There's something over here on the left. The Fingo Ruins of Dio. It was me! Dio! I expected Dio to be a major villain of JoJo's, and he is. I was not expecting it was me, Dio, to be in the first episode of JoJo's. In fact, I was not prepared for the absolutely insane escalation and pacing of the first episode of JoJo's, which is completely unhinged. I mean, the entire first arc of JoJo's is completely unhinged, but specifically the first episode is like, can we slow down? Were you guys, I don't know if the manga has that pacing or if they were just in a hurry to like finish establishing quote-unquote status quo, if we can call it that, before the first episode ended, but the first episode is wild. And yes, Dio did steal the first kiss, and it was him, Dio. But he did several worse things. What an upsetting episode, an upsetting character immediately. Like, damn, I think this guy might be the bad guy. And then he just kind of becomes like evil incarnate really quickly, and you're like, oh. Alright, well, he wasn't faking it. Like, he was really straightforward about his motivations here, I guess. What are these guys doing? It looks like a rally race or whatever. They're all just lined up for you to go through, practically. Their little hands are so funny. Look at their tiny baby hands. Why are you? Why are you? Definitely makes me want to find out if there's like a emote you can have that you do with those guys. A gesture. Because like, what's their deal? Even the messenger saying turn back. The zone has felt surprisingly devoid of major items. Something died. I feel like they never quite explained that in the lore. I get when we get souls from killing things, but we get souls when anything dies anywhere. It just kind of feels like we are some kind of creature that is themselves a soul, like, devourer across the entire, like, realm. Didn't expect a message, but why is it always futility? It feels like we explicitly are the thing that is meant to devour all souls that are loose in any form, so anything that dies anywhere, it goes to us. To the point where I would almost expect, like, if a major enemy or boss or whatever killed another major enemy or boss, the souls would go to us. I mean, they would mechanically in the video game, but I'm saying, like, story-wise, it feels accurate to say that would happen regardless, because it just is how all souls are treated in this game. In reality, I'm sure it's because, like, they don't want to, like, make you feel ripped off because, like, you fight something and it falls off a ledge or something, and then it's like, it doesn't count as a kill, and then you just don't get rewards. Kiss it. Deep kissing. Cerulean Seed Talisman +1. It's like the red one, but it's the blue one. Whoa. 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 The difference is that I actually have had the Cerulean Seed Talisman, but I've never had a Crimson Seed Talisman. So I did not have the ability to make my heals stronger before. Alright, so those are stronger, a stronger FP regain. Did I ring the 2 bells, my lord? Was that the goal? Suppose I should revisit that guy in the cathedral and see what the deal is. Yeah, I guess I went there where there is to do up here. I've been, like, everywhere on this entire map. It's a tad surreal to notice. I find it noteworthy that both of the Finger Ruin locations don't feature graces. The last grace is outside instead of inside. And that feels like it's on purpose, but who knows. Kind of like how the entirety of Raya Lucaria doesn't have a single stick of America, and that's supposed to be a story thing. Because she hates America. Because she wants Radagon.
Poor thing. Another bad dream, Yuri. Put that rotten thing out of your mind. That tangled mess can't hurt you.
Is your scary baby a finger creature? I bet it is. We'll get to you in a minute. Hi.
I told you once. interest in companionship, but I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order.
Oh. You're a puppet, aren't you? How many of you are there? Because, yeah, that's what we saw in the tower. It was one of you. Uh-huh. What are you holding? Oh, it's a hand. What the fuck? I mean this in the nicest way possible, with all my heart. I hate this. I hate it.
Hello there. The exalted timbre of the bells has reached these ears of mine. Twice now. How very exhilarating indeed. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
Second and third ruins map? Beloved Stardust. These are so fucking illegible. Okay, so that's where I just was, I believe. It appears to be here. There's a third ruins here. Simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Ymir, High Priest. I don't know why I keep wanting to say High Priestess. Specifically when you say high, I always want to say more word. I think it's because High Priest feels too short once you add that. Blah blah blah. Indicates another hallowed ruin apart from the one showed on the first map. May the gleaming stars guide you evermore. A third and final hallowed ruin. How do you know that? Distinct from those shown on the first two maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. Beloved Stardust. A talisman depicting a wizened hand gently gripping a glintstone. Shortens casting speed for sorcery and incantations by the utmost, but increases damage taken. You can cast faster, but you die faster. Count Ymir was known for his recitations. One need only envision the romance of the stars above with adoration for stardust in one's heart to become a great sorcerer. Do so, and you will know love. Well, that sounds like a pretty alright deal. I should sign up for that. Gravitational missile. Fires a projectile that pulls in enemies before finally exploding. Said to have originated in the lightless dark far beyond, the home of the falling star beasts. Spell machinist spellbearing. Spell machinist Rabbath. Offer to the twin maiden husks to gain Rabbath's great bolt. Remembrance of the saint of the bud. Romina, saint of the bud, hewn into the shadow tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked via finger reader. Blah blah blah. After the church was burned to the ground, Romina discovered a twisted divine element, which she weaved into the baleful scarlet rot. Perhaps then the buds might find somewhere to gain purchase once more within the scorched remains. Got the divine beast tornado from being the divine beast that was covered in horrible deathblight creatures. The majority of divine beasts were gored and hung upon Mesmer's spears, then burned in his flame. Those who witnessed the deed likened it to a funeral pyre for the tower itself. Just a bad time for everyone. Oh my goodness, this thing's unrecognizable. It almost looks like the thought cabinet. A giant mass of intermingling crucible attributes. Reduce damage taken from critical hits and headshots and improves the effectiveness of rolling and backstepping, but also increases damage taken at all times. Oh god. Effectiveness of rolling. I wonder if that's distance or iframes. Rumored to have sprouted upon giants and is known as the mother of Crucible's ancient tower lore. Pest threads. Oh, the most annoying fucking spell. I have it.
Oh, yes. I believe I can feel it brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come. I fear that you have borne witness to the whole of it. The conceits, the hypocrisy of the world built upon the Erdtree. The follies of men. Their bitter suffering. Is there no hope for redemption? The answer, sadly, is clear. There never was any hope. They were each of them defective, unhinged from the start. Marika herself, and the fingers that guided her. And this is what troubles me. No matter our efforts, if the roots are rotten, then we have little recourse. Ever young Miquella saw things for what they were. He knew that his bloodline was tainted, his roots mired in madness. A tragedy if ever there was one. That he would feel compelled to renounce everything when the blame lay squarely with the mother. Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start? Well, the truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother, a true mother who will not give birth to further malady.
And then a bunch of spells. Fleeting Microcosm. Cos, or some say Cosm. Conjures a microcosm that pulses with a single wave, disappearing in a burst. A finger sorcery of Count Emir, High Priest. One of the secret hallowed rites. Conjures an image of a microcosm at a foe's feet that pulses with a single wave before disappearing in a burst. The broken and discarded are fully willing to cling to fleeing simulacra, earning them some modicum of sympathy. Oh, he's got some of these nasty spells. Yep. So these are... There's 3 carrion spells. 4 carrion spells and 3 glintstone spells. 4 glintstone spells. 4 glintstone, 4 carrion, and then boom, finger sorcery. Probably unlocked right at the end because of the other ones. I don't usually buy all the spells, but I feel like I might as well. What if I became a sorcerer? I feel like I should be trying to collect all the spells in the game in case I want them for like New Game Plus or something, but I think I also don't necessarily think I'm gonna replay the whole game. It's so much game.
May you join the glimmering stars above.
Definitely thinking about these guys lately. Jarberg. Its many flowers. I wonder if there's any dialogue here about what we've learned. I unfortunately missed out on the entire quest chain about Jarberg for the most part because it depends on a character from the other side of the map that you have no reason to think is even related to this place. And that's tied to you doing the whole Snake Castle storyline correctly, and that's its own struggle.
Those awful poachers. I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up.
Alexander's insights.
Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior jar, so I need to be strong. I can really have them, right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights.
This is upsetting. For more reasons now, given the context of everything else, but also Alexander was never very capable as far as I can tell. I don't know, he made it to the end of the game in some way.
I'll begin my journey once I'm ready to go, as a warrior jar, in search of glory.
You just never necessarily see evidence that he's capable of much. You just see he's trying very hard.
I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out, warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you, cuz.
I'm worried about how cracked he already is.
I'll never forget you.
They make the warrior jar seem all innocent and cute, which itself is like kind of a gut punch when you've been fighting warrior jars throughout the game already, and you're like, no, they're all, no, I've killed so many of you already. But then now you have the extra context that they're like the fruit of a genocide, and you can't tell if they are the people anymore or not, or something else that came from them. But this place is absolutely filled with flowers in a way that's reminiscent of the zone we were just in. So you gotta wonder. Oh, he's gone. Am I the baddie? Companion jar. Potency of throwing pots. Talisman given by the jars to their friends. Look at the little jar man. Though the jars are brought to life by human flesh and blood, they are all rather kindly folk. Perhaps they were made to be better than their innards. I don't know. Was my weapon glowing? Was it always doing that? I think it's just really hard to see, given that we're looking at right there. But yeah, here you can really see it's glowing, which makes sense because it's the one that has light attacks. Speaking of the co-op playthrough, we found a place in the game that features another one of those temples. In an earlier dungeon, I think it was the. It is strangely located. So I had to find 2 of those shrines in order to do that. To get the glowing sword, because you get one from the first shrine, and the second one imbues it with light. And then I guess another one can imbue it with dark. And we only discovered this via, like, in our co-op playthrough, we reached a part of the, of one of those, like, catacomb places that has the floor coming down at you all the time. That's not the floor, the ceiling. God, I'm not speaking correctly right now. The place where the ceiling keeps stomping on you. Is he gone? Is it because I bought all the sorceries and finished his quest line, or was he going to disappear no matter what? Because of the quest line, and I correctly spotted the last time to buy his sorceries. Huh. Or maybe he moved deeper in. But, yeah, in that place where the ceiling keeps stomping on you, and you have to do the really long hallway, and that has even more of them and so on. That place... Salmon. Oh. Has a third one of those 3 statues. Oh. Is this where the map pointed me to? I didn't look that closely. I was about to check the map and look for where it was, but I assume it was here then.
Ymir is a shining star in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night. I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose, our service to Count Ymir. Now, be on your way.
All right. Yeah, if I get stuck, it might be worth considering tracking down that third location to change the element of the sword. But I guess it follows really weird rules where, like, there's 3 statues in the game tied to the sword. The first one gives you the sword, and then the other 2 will change its elements to light and dark. And the property of each statue is changed based on which one you find first. And that's like a system that almost never, like, seemingly nothing uses in these games. We cannot use our horse. So these are all supposed to be like the deep grooves of fingerprints, and the floor itself is also covered in... Oh! Sword Hand of Knight Anna. We saw the... Oh! Okay, that's not that strong, though. Okay. So we know that they're the puppets of Anna. Is this a real one? I'm putting up a huge fight. Claws of Night. Recusant vanquished. Huh. Praise the left. Time for edge. The finger mimic mushroom thing is upsetting. Finger Weaver's Cookbook. Fingerprint Nostrum crafting. Fingerprint Nostrum. This is a wild looking location. Let's see. It's a Dex Magic Bleed Claws? Claws of the bottomless black. Claws of a bottomless black from which no light can escape. Wielded by Anna, Sword Hand of Night. Engraved with a smith script enabling strong attacks to launch all 3 claws at a target. The blades are only semi-corporeal and cannot be fully guarded against. It penetrates guard. I guess it's the ability she used on me? That's an interesting number of bloodstains you got there. That's an interesting amount of Stake of America you've got there. Uh-huh. I'm sure it's a perfectly friendly, horrible monster thing. I don't love what I'm seeing so far. Why do I feel like I wandered into the Final Fantasy movie? What? All these tubes. Can't go that way. And then the bottoms of all the gross fingers. What a bizarre background. We're both above and below water at the same time. That's sure what that looks like too.
On one hand, I want to hope that this, since this thing looks like a horrible abomination, I want to hope that it's weak against light, because be gone, foul beast. But at the same time, aren't these things from space? That's not a great sign for me. Don't expect the space creatures to be super vulnerable to light. Even if the falling star beasts are from beyond the stars, where it's dark. Fingers, God. Visions of bug, but time for fingers. More jokes about buttholes. Oh, Metyr, mother of fingers. Uh-oh. Oh, it probably eats you too, just like the other ones do. Oh, it's got a mouth. How did I miss that close? That's a wild lock-on you got there. Ow. No! Oh, gross worm parasites. Ow. Weirdly slow laser. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huh. Can I stop getting hit by every attack, please? Ow! You know, that's not the thing I asked for. Fucking... Can I lock onto somewhere besides its head? I'm trying to, like, not lock on because of how bad the lock-on positioning is, but... Okay. God, I'm just being destroyed right now. Oh, it does eventually go fast, apparently. I was waiting for it to catch up with me slowly at the time. And I'm not hitting it. I have not hit it a single time. We're off to a great start so far. That doesn't do shit. Alright. What a shitty weapon art. It's weaker than a jump attack. What the fuck? This jump attack is already like the safest, most reliable attack in the game. Why would you make the art weaker than that? What's the point? What? That attack kept hitting me. That was weird. That, like, penultimate thing that hit me, I rolled forward into it. And then... like, I was fine at first. And then it hit me, after the animation had already happened, and I was like, what? Okay, so let's, do better. I kind of inherently want to, like, strafe around it because it feels like it's vulnerable to side attacks, but I don't love the fact that I can't lock onto it center mass at all. Lock-on only wants me to look at the front of it. Which is an annoying place to be hanging out. Oh god. That did not look like a hit. Or an attack, I mean. This thing, okay, so it's like a hand of beam. Don't love that it keeps running away. Ow. God, I'm really having to work to do one attack. Fuck. Uh-oh, not ads. Oh, that super delayed attack. Ah! Ow, fuck. Where'd all the hands go? I thought it summoned hands at me. Did it kill them? Ah, oh, it does. I thought it only did 2. Oh, there's the hands. Surprise. Fuck. Well, I'm running out of heals very quickly right now. No. What? Okay, now, and this is the real fight. Fuck. I'm already out of heals. God damn it. God damn it. Well, you're an upsetting pile of yuck, aren't you? Just an absolute nightmare. A thing that cannot be allowed to live. Not wait, what am I doing? Wouldn't it be funny though if I like... It's probably not a great idea. Okay, let's get rid of the horseback one. That's literally not doing anything for me right now. Guess that's fine. Ding ding, asshole. I really need to check what my flask does. I did just change weapons and didn't calibrate my flask, but I don't even know if it was calibrated for my last weapon. Where are my souls? Leave me alone, I have to get my souls. Oh, they're all the way over there? Wait, where are they? They're there. Wow, they're way over here. Fights you run from are annoying. Oh, really have to run and chase after are really annoying for this purpose. Should probably just imagine. No, why'd you follow me? I guess it's good that you didn't get all your health melted off while I was busy. Ow. Fuck you, big attack. Alright, well, I shouldn't have swung that again at that point. Bit late. Out. Oh, fuck. No. It comboed me. Rude. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. They fly now? Oh, fuck. They fly now. What is this attack? What am I doing? Oh my god. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck is it doing? No. What? I don't know what's happening. I'm just staring at this like, what does the attack look like? I can't tell. I tried to roll backwards and it didn't. What do you do? Stop. Okay. Can you fucking cut it out? Ow. I was trying to anticipate it. It did not work out. Oh my god, stop flying. And I died. Okay. Weird fucking fight.
Just doing really weird shit the whole time. Let's see. Go back upstairs real quick, because my flask ain't calibrated. There you go. Now I've got a fire flask. The flask of fire. I think she's dead. Yep. It's a really cool boss design. Absolute nightmare. But yeah, I switched to this weapon because I was having trouble getting attacks in at all, so making them count certainly seemed worthwhile. And oh god, it sure seems to do damage. It's doing damage in quantities I'm not used to even seeing in this game. I guess it's probably because... yeah, because I have strength now. Yeah. I switched to this to try to escape the fact that this is the weapon I used because even my scythe didn't feel like it was enough in the later bosses of the base game. So I went hunting for this. Although it's not necessarily a straight upgrade. In a lot of situations the scythe seems to be a better weapon. But a lot of the end of the base game was resistant to holy. Which is a bit of a dick move to an entire category of characters. It's dictated by lore, but it's still a dick move to anyone who wants to play that build. Ow. Kind of how it's a dick move to do this thing with souls every fight. Better to get the souls now than later when he turns into a nightmare. Why can't I dodge that attack? Damn. Ow. Okay, fuck. I'll try dying. That's a fun trick. Me when I just soak every hit in a row to own the libs. Alright. This time's the real final attempt. Ow. Alright, turn that off. Ding dong, I'm killing you. I'll kill you dead. Just you wait. Right after these messages. No. Oh my god, the reach on that. How did you reach me? Oh god, stop. Just let me have my fucking souls, please! No! So annoying. Fucking down 3 flasks on the way to my souls because it's a whole... I'm so tired of the fucking soul mechanic. I'm so tired of it at this point. This whole fucking gimmick of leaving the boss souls in the chamber is just so douchey. It's not cute, and the boss chambers are getting out of hand. Sometimes it's just a fucking infinite void. You might have like 100,000 souls just sitting on the floor because you can't spend them. And I should be able to just tell myself, like, it's just a fraction of a level and levels barely matter anymore, but I can't. It's supposed to matter. I'm supposed to care about my souls. That's why they drop them on the floor in the first place and make me worry about them. If I do a really wide berth. Just
Don't aggro on me. I need my fucking souls, you prick. Stupid evolved prick. We require nourishment. Oh, it still hit me? Uh-oh. Ah. I hate that its fucking speed changes mid-animation. It's really hard to parse. Ow. I have not hit him yet. I'm just not helping. Fucking ow. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, it's doing that. Was that gonna hit me? No? Okay, I win. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just the dying animation. Jesus. High five, wolf brother. Oh, he's dead. That's alright, I didn't need companionship. You start to feel like an invasive species of your own at some point, right? Like you go in, you're a Tarnished, you're brought here by the whatever the fuck, I'm bad at the lore. But like everywhere you go, even places that distinctly lack grace, like every finger shrine doesn't have grace. Admittedly, they themselves are invasive. There is an alien thing that landed here. But like, you go to the darkest pits of places that don't have any grace, and then you infect it with a grace. Like, and knowing that the Erdtree and so on is itself from space, you're like, wait, I'm doing the thing. I'm also doing the thing. Jesus fucking Christ, this weapon does a lot of damage to this enemy. Oh, it's scary. And it has a weapon art that's actually good. A 2-hit combo that does massive damage and can decrease the enemy's... Actually, I don't think this attack can decrease the enemy's maximum health. I think Malekith's Black Blade spell does that, but I think that this attack, which looks like it, doesn't do it. I'm trying to remember. It might have worked... I think it might have worked against other bosses. I can't remember. Who cares? Weapon attack, Strong. Remembrance of Metyr, mother of fingers hewn into the shadow tree. The mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. This is the one that's been here the longest. And I killed it too! I am the death of all things! Whatever interesting is going on in Elden Ring, no matter how old it is, no matter how important it is, and how world-shaking it is, I kill it with my sword, and that legacy ends here. Look at me go! I delete everything that has meaning until there is no more meaning. There is only me get big soul level. Oh, we have Somber up to 9? Oh, nope, not 9. Not up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I don't have 6s, apparently. How about these ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have a much better tracks record with the smithing stones. I have a really... Wow, I really do have, like, all of them, basically. That does make it easier to level. I definitely wish my multiplayer character had all these access to all these. That'd be really helpful. Oh, I was buying every single spell from all these people. Why not? But I thought... Oh, Rabbith's Great Bolt is a bolt. That makes sense. In retrospect, that makes sense. But I thought it was a... Given the context, I thought it was another spell. So I was surprised that it's a bolt. I level up at 2884, and I just made it a little hard to do that by buying that stuff. I should see if I can level, because I don't know where else to go besides not Mesmer. I probably said... I think I said Mesmer a few times, but I'm thinking of... Wait, no, yeah, Mesmer. That's the name of the guy on the cover. Yeah, not this guy. This guy's name was Metyr. Yeah. I thought I was accidentally saying that guy's name, but that's not the guy. That is not, in fact, the dude. That's basically enough. Just had to use up all of my more expensive spells. Just a bit more vigor. Just a bit more vigor. Staff of the Great Beyond. Strength and Faith Staff. As strength scaling a little bit. Probably because of gravity? Because, I think strength scales with gravity. Gravity scales with strength. Staff fashioned from the tail fingers of Metyr, the mother of fingers. And the microcosm raised aloft over the crux they form. Catalyst for casting both sorceries and incantations. Ooh. The mother received signs from the greater will, from beyond the microcosm. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message to come. Aww. So it received messages from the same thing that the Erdtree did, or not the Erdtree, but the two fingers did. But the greater will abandoned this place, seemingly. Head of Metyr, the finger mother, wielded as a weapon without modification. From within the center of the fingerprint that wrinkles the creature's foremost protrusion, tiny wart-like eye gazes vacantly into the beyond. Big strength weapon that scales a bit with magic and so on. Just beat people with its head. I mean, it was a good head. The mother gave good head. I mean, Hey, you fucker, you abandoned me. You were supposedly guiding me through this game, but then you abandoned me, seeking out word from the greater will that will never come. Not within my lifetime, but probably ever. It does make you wonder if they were frauds. Like, what if the greater will was never really involved here in the first place? I don't know. I do in fact not know what is up. Alright, time to go back to getting stomped by this guy, which I didn't really get a good preview of him, but we encountered Mesmer briefly, scary snake cutscene, but then I was like, nope! And I went up there, and up there, and up there. That's not new. Went through all of this, and somewhere else, I think. Was this place new? Oh yeah, and I went down here, which went to down here, which went to all of here. I think I legitimately had like a third of the map to go still, and I did all of that now. And now we're ready for this scary guy. I don't know how to ever be confident that I've done enough, but I've at least done more. I could go talk to Lita, I guess. I could do another tour of the NPCs.
I will follow the horn scent. To have his revenge on Sir Mesmer, there is only one place he will go. The Black Keep.
Where is he? I don't see him. Okay, the vendor is gone. That was there. I say I don't see him, but for all I know, he is in there. He might even be a summon outside the gate. I should probably do a look around. He's been on his mission. How's Redmayne doing? We have 2 NPCs inside the keep.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
Okay, well, she still can't read. And I still don't remember how to get to Sir Ansbach. Or I don't remember anymore how to get to him. I mean, I've seen him once. It's awful convenient when they are, in fact, next to... Oh! Didn't see that in the dark. Oop. Oh, the lever's here. Like, wasn't done loading yet. You know what? I'm fine. This minute-long elevator. You know where I haven't checked for a while? Is St. Trina.
Never utter these cruel untruths to me again. Please, enough. I cannot believe your cheek. And I will stand for it no longer. I will never forgive you.
He's extremely upset and incelly about this whole thing. Well, sorry, I'm just so chock full of her, just bloated with her nectar. Look how easily I sup upon it, and how easily it is given. Dang. I guess you're just not worthy of, quiet, upsetting-looking mushroom woman whose head is strangely coming out of the side, which makes it feel like she has a head on her chest or something.
You must kill Miquella.
That's sad. You're Miquella.
Want him forgiven.
That's an interesting interpretation of that word.
I will never forgive you for your trespass.
Oh, hi.
You will know my poison.
Not Tholier. Swallow away. I thought we were buds. Ow, shit. You will know my poison. Ah, or I'll miss. That's embarrassing. St. Trina's smile. Sleep in the vicinity increases attack power. Talisman depicting a smiling St. Trina, a vision conjured deep within a certain man's heart. Raise attack power when sleep is triggered in the vicinity. Only I am allowed to know of your velvety sleep, its sweetly gentle embrace. So please, smile. For me, and only me. He was completely obsessive. Granted, I don't think St. Trina's doing anyone any good at this point. But he was specifically fixated on being the sole target of her embrace, when we know for a fact that the whole point is that St. Trina was trying to spread kindness to a great number of people. But he wanted it for himself.
You... I was no good to anyone. beginning to end. Weak as a kitten, and thick as two planks. I suppose dying in disgrace is fitting, in a way. Tell me, please, assuming you spoke the truth back then, what did Citrina tell you? You are a wretched, wretched soul. A nightmare come to plague me. Such a thing could possibly be. Could it? Citrina, please let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber. Citrina, let me hear your voice in my everlasting slumber.
It's a talisman. It's a smile, not a voice. I don't think that's gonna work again. You're beautiful. I didn't get a single shadow tree fragment today. No idea how many are left. I'm tempted to look them up just so I can know what are left, because that's like such an important progression system. Am I insane? Where? That's great, Rune. Oh, it's the recent items menu. God damn it. Hello, thank you, apologies, wonderfuls, please help. My beloved, you're beautiful. Lamentation. Priestess Heart and Lamenter's Mask. Yeah, I don't think that's what I want either. You're beautiful. Yum yums. Okay, so she doesn't even give new dialogue about his death. So, sorry, bud. I'm not so sure you mattered. Let's see. There's still a giant pile of blood here. They never moved the bloodstains. They're still all here. It's interesting that there's so many bloodstains, but they're not at her feet, but they are awkwardly in the room, like in a way that looks like a glitch. I can't tell if they meant to make them disappear entirely, or if they meant to just have them all be at her feet, and it just freaked out. Either way, it just kind of seems true to the mechanics to have all the blood just be here. As a warning. Or just to get rid of it if you're just trying to make it look pretty in here. It's really weird how it's back there. Maybe he's made his way to his sleep after all. Do not know. But in our co-op playthrough, I did learn. No, it's in this DLC, obviously. I did learn where a shadow tree fragment is. I don't think I got in the first place. I can think of where it was. Shit. I'm not totally sure I can think of where it was. Uh-oh. So I'm thinking of where you fight the big dragon war zone. I think it might be here. I don't know if this Shadow Tree Cross is upstairs or not. Like, somewhere around here is the dragon that I still haven't killed. And I might do some cleanup of killing that dragon and also killing the golem I haven't killed yet. Now that I'm a bit stronger, perhaps. I lose my patience with the dragon because I don't want to deal with the fact that there's a giant army of dudes everywhere. And you have to, like, wait for them to get cleared out by the dragon before you can really make it anywhere. Because any of them might just turn on you and attack you at any moment. Don't take damage, okay. I don't know, maybe that cross was the fragment? Am I even thinking of the right place? That's a dragon, okay. Okay, I think I have in fact, yeah, it must have been, okay. I just didn't remember it, so when we found it I thought it was new. Whoops. Well, there is a dragon down here I still haven't killed. One last bit of cleanup. So I am thinking a little bit in terms of, like, there's not that much time left in the episode, so it's not a great time to start a new boss. Let's just teleport down. I don't know how to get down. You're beautiful. Big dragon. I missed. I'm cringe. Wow, I really queued that attack up a long time ago. Impressive. Oh boy. If I stay on horseback and fight douchily enough, I might be able to escape the other guys. Ow! Okay, they're hitting me a lot. They're hitting me a lot. Okay. Good golly gee, my exact fear. Boy, oh boy, what an excellent example of why I skipped this fight. Holy shit. I don't know, I imagine this is not exactly a personal peeve, but a shared grievance amongst many, but I find it very annoying when there are two factions fighting each other, but then you show up, and everyone just fucking attacks you, and you're like, what? I'm sorry, weren't you guys busy having a war a second ago? Why am I not able to join the chaos instead of becoming the sole target of everyone? The fact that the dragon focuses on you isn't that insane, but the fact that all of the other enemies don't keep fighting the dragon is wild. You're like, I didn't even hit you, leave me alone. Not doing great at landing hits. God, I cannot land hits apparently. Okay. Hello. Oh, you fucking horse. Are you fucking serious? I swear to God. It's everything I hate. I already don't like dragons. And then I hate horseback fights. And I hate multi-enemy giant mobs because of the fact that they don't behave like sane people would. Just like, man. This fight's being a dick. The fact that I just melt like that is just like, man, leave me alone. Don't you guys care about each other being in this fight anymore? Oopsie. Like a new lightning spear and multi-layered ring of light, but you cannot use dragon attacks. Magic. That's not very damaging. It does allow me to be a bit more of a coward and not get dehorsed mid-fight. Ow! Oh, that killed the horse. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm out of magic. Oh. Ow. That caught me. Ow. Ah! You fucker. He's gonna explode. Metyr, no. No, Mimic-kun. Did he even take damage? Oh! Horse, no! Nobody's seeding my torrent. Oh, the Mimic is dying quickly. You are so far from the fight, dude. Oh, wow, I'm in the middle of the dragon and I missed. That's impressive in its own right. Oh, please get out of this attack. I don't love how close we are to the edge right now. Ah! Nope, I guess we lost our summon. Headshot. Big hit! Ridge Racer! Fuck you. Fuck you. Really? You prick. No, no. I'm so close. No giant fire explosion. Ow. Why do your stompies do explosions? How did that hit me? Man. Come on, don't die. Oh, come back here. No! Die! He's dead. I killed him. Nobody likes that guy. Is the main gate on the bottom floor? No, it's not. It's upstairs, isn't it? This is those goofy things where the main... Yeah. The Grace is literally in line of sight of the other Grace. So you have to teleport down here if you want to get to the front gate. So I am trying to go and murder the... guy. That's his name. He's the guy. Right, we're getting out of the way. Another fight that I don't like. We're in cleanup mode. And I am become stronger than ever before. Uh-oh. Okay, it didn't hit me. Uh-oh. I'm in love with how slowly this weapon moves. Oh god, that's a cute attack. Oh, that's a pretty quick stagger. Yes, keep slowly walking backwards, I dare you. Yes, punch the floor over there. Beautiful. You're so big and strong and cool. Anyway, here's a very heavily charged attack. Oh, they're all dying and giving me more souls. Uh-oh. And he's dead. Oh, so easily it happens. Didn't work. Fucking get on. Alright, well, we had a decent start. Is that the third one already? This weapon is pretty strong for that. I should have put my horseback buff back on. That would have been a smart thing to do. Instead, I was not smart. I don't really know if my light attack or my heavy attack does more stagger per second overall. I don't know which one's smarter to be using. Either way, it's definitely smarter to be hitting my attacks instead of missing my attacks. Alright, stagger 4. Stagger 5. Yeah, you keep attacking nothing. Here comes stagger 6, please. This might be the least I've ever healed against one of these. I mean, I've been practicing between this and the co-op playthrough. I fought this guy so many fucking times at this point. But crucially, uh-oh. Uh-oh, jump! Although, I gave up on him last time because he kept spamming the projectile attack, so it's noteworthy that this time he literally never used it a single time. Although now he'll do it out of spite. Nope. He's already dead. Yeah, it's funny how you'd be like, man, multiple attempts in a row, I'm tired of this guy. He keeps spamming projectiles. I don't want to fight him anymore. Come back hours later, doesn't fire a single projectile. Genuinely strange. Crimson Burst Dried Tear. Steadily restores HP of nearby allies for a time in mixed physic. So you can do an AoE heal on people a bit. Where are my souls? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. My souls are where I... Hello. They're down where I died against the dragon. Let's see. Do I know the location of a spellcaster to buy spells from? Or really any vendor whatsoever. The characters are kind of disappearing from my map at this point. Nope, don't aggro. So I have an extremely awkward number of souls. I might just want to get over it. I don't know. I don't want to chase it every time I do a boss fight. But it's like half a level. Yeah, and I'm not making up that difference. Look how few I have. These are extremely small value items. At most, some of these might be worth some souls. But I probably aren't. I'm not about to spend it on those. Maybe the boss is easy.